Welcome to Gene's Reviews, where I basically do whatever the hell I want. Hello everybody, I'm here in my car, and I'm going to check out a video today from a channel that I haven't done in a long time. The channel's called Americano, and says pilot captures what no one was supposed to see. I'm assuming this is some UFO sightings and things like that. So I find this stuff fascinating. So let's check it out.
Do you ever think about how crazy it is that there's so much space above us in the sky and we can't really see what's going on up there, what with all the clouds and so on? Anything could be happening up in the skies. In fact, basically the only people who really get to see the sky for real are pilots. And eventually it seems like every pilot has some story about a crazy thing that happened while they were flying.
And it can't
From
just
the strange
be
objects hanging above
it can't just
Montreal
be seeing things.
to the commercial
it has
flight
to be real.
that encountered a UFO. Here's 20 UFOs caught on camera. Number 20. Bizarre UFOs hover over Montreal. Let's kick off with a look at an unidentified flying object that was caught above Montreal in 2010. It attracted a lot of attention, including that of a well-known local physician who claims to have seen something out of this world. Early one morning, several residents of the Côte Saint-Luc neighborhood phoned the police to report UFOs, or weird flashing lights floating in the sky. Around 12:30 a.m.,
Can't make it out real
obstetrician
well.
gynecologist Dr. Cleve Ziegler saw the strange sight while driving home from work. He was in shock at what he saw. There were several tiny glistening red and blue lights. It changed form often, going from having a triangular appearance to having a trapezoidal appearance.
And
Its
you can
form
see
was
little ones, then you
unstable,
can see some
Ziegler
that
said.
look like they're
He then
shooting
saw
off.
others doing the same, including a guy whose wife reportedly fled to the house because she was so frightened. Police had already received a number of reports regarding the enigmatic object in the sky when Ziegler dialed their number. He sent law enforcement a grainy, low-resolution smartphone footage video. He concedes that the video doesn't accurately portray what he observed.
Yeah, you can't see
Astronomy
it very well.
enthusiasts and professionals have already begun tossing around theories on what it was that night in the sky. It could have been a balloon of some type, bright lights on a private jet, a powerful laser, or just a plain old regular alien. Who knows?
Yeah.
Before we go
That's
on,
what I'm gonna
like
go
this
with.
video, smash that subscribe button and click the notification bell right now, or this centipede will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Time for the rare topic. At first, some people thought it was just a volcano or a geyser, but the US Air Force pilot who captured this image was certain. This was no natural phenomenon.
Doesn't look
it was
natural.
too geometrically perfect. In fact, in this case, the pilot captures what no one was supposed to see. And he said it was making a kind of crazy noise, kind of beeping like an old video game. Is this a landing site for an alien civilization? Is it some
looks
kind of
like
charging
a-
dock for a UFO? A portal to the center of the Earth?
Looks like a
Remember to
UFO
comment down
that's
below
just
with the
parked
hashtag
there.
rare topic and let us know your opinion in relation to what we
That's
just showed on
freaky.
screen. And now, on to the next topic.
Freaky deaky.
Number 19. Pilot shares video of strange UFO sightings in skies over the US. Commercial airline pilots have been recording a lot of videos that show unexplained aerial occurrences throughout the US and other regions of the Americas recently. These were taken from the sky above Missouri, and the range is as far as a spot above the Pacific Ocean down to South America. For example, a pilot aboard an Airbus A320 on a regular flight over Medellin, Colombia, peered through the cockpit glass and observed something totally out of the ordinary in the clouds.
Well, I don't see it.
A UFO. He promptly reached for his phone and started filming what he was seeing, first focusing the camera on his altimeter, which indicated that he was flying roughly around 30,000 feet, then out the window to the clouds. As he closes, a bizarre metallic object with a geometric form is seen moving in the other direction.
triangular.
Its diameter was estimated by one expert as 10 to 15 feet, although no other flying object from Earth has a structure like this one. The movement in the video seems to be real, but a forensic video expert wonders how the pilot knew to zoom in on the UFO. An aviation expert said the UFO doesn't resemble a drone at all and is moving too slowly to be an aircraft or a missile. So this one is truly a
I
mystery.
think it's a UFO.
Number 18. UFO spotted hovering over sea in Alaska. In our next clip, we take a look at an Alaskan national park where a UFO mirage was seen on video hovering above water. Your brain is deceived into believing that the unusual dome-shaped object in the movie is a distorted image of an island. But what is it really? At the Glacier Bay National Park and Reserve, the video was recorded by a park employee. The park uploaded the video to its Facebook page, along with an explanation of what a Fata Morgana is, a kind of mirage. A Fata
so
Morgana
it's not really
occurs
there.
just above the horizon and may greatly distort an existing object. A Fata Morgana is a mirage observed inside a certain area on Earth's horizon. Islands in Glacier Bay transform into UFOs with a touch of fascinating science and imaginative thought. The air in the Earth's atmosphere functions as a reflecting lens when the air of various densities collide, producing the mirage that we see here.
So,
this natural lens
yeah,
is produced
okay.
when warm, dense air presses down on the cold, still air that's formed at the water's surface. It's believed that the Fata Morgana mirage only appears during the summer.
I think
This
everyone's
particular
seen a
kind of
mirage. I
may
have,
be seen on
like
land
driving
or
in the
at sea,
desert,
and it
looking
can include
far
almost
off
any
into the-
distant object, such as a boat or even a
through my
shoreline.
windshield.
Number 17.
I've seen mirages before.
Mystery as anchor-shaped UFO leaves trail of smoke before crashing into sea. This is the eerie instance where an anchor-shaped UFO crashed into the water off the coast of Indonesia. Some people think that the strange video of the long black object falling into the ocean, which was captured near Jangkar Beach in East Java, was indeed a wrecked UFO.
Maybe they're parking it down in the ocean. They say aliens live in the
Shortly
ocean
after
too.
it crashed into the water, the eerie object was engulfed by waves. What is the object that dropped from the sky that kind of looks like a ship's anchor?
Maybe just
the
kept
government
right
space
on
agency
going.
of Indonesia was informed about the clip, and a team was sent to the area. It may have been a kind of weather balloon, the aeronautics specialist said, adding that it was too slow to be a falling object from space. Number 16.
Aliens moving into their new home.
Mysterious flying object alerts military aircraft. A mysterious flying object over Kauai
Looks like a
caused
snowball.
military planes to scramble. Witnesses say that what they saw is still not entirely clear. Abe Kowitz, a photographer, captured the item on camera after seeing his confused neighbor looking up at it. The resident of Princeville wasn't sure what to make of it. It first seemed to be a star because of the large, brilliant light, but it was too big, and anyway, it wasn't even evening.
Could it be
At that
some
time
kind
of
of
day,
a
we
cloud?
shouldn't be able to see stars.
Just a
so he
weird
ran and grabbed his
formation?
camera. This was unlike anything that he had ever seen. According to Kowitz, the situation became increasingly odd when locals then saw military aircraft flying above and heard sonic booms. Pacific Missile Range is located on Kauai. The state adjunct general, Major General Kenneth Hara, tweeted that Pacific Air Forces launched tactical aircraft to intercept and identify the object, visually confirming an unmanned balloon without observable identification markings. Not surprising that it was being tracked, and I guess the military would want to keep us in the dark if they found out that it was something crazy anyway, but
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, they're not going to tell
Number
us.
15. Unidentified object caught on camera flying close to SpaceX capsule. In spite of tensions related to the Ukraine war, a SpaceX rocket launched the next long-term International Space Station crew from
meteor?
Florida recently.
Or
the
an
crew
asteroid?
included a Russian cosmonaut, 2 Americans, and a Japanese astronaut who were all flying together. Soon after the launch, a senior representative of the Russian space agency, Roscosmos, stated that the mission signaled a new phase of our cooperation with NASA. The SpaceX launch vehicle at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral blasted off into the skies atop a Falcon 9 rocket and a Crew Dragon capsule called Endurance. The 9 Merlin engines of the 2-stage, 23-story tall Falcon 9 roared to life, sending up billowing clouds of vapor and a reddish-orange fireball as it lifted off from the launch tower. The mission is noteworthy because it features 38-year-old Anna Kikina, the only female cosmonaut currently serving on active duty within Roscosmos, making it the first Russian-led space mission launched from American soil in 20 years. Kikina thanked NASA, Roscosmos, and their International Space Station partners via radio as the spacecraft entered Earth orbit for giving us this great opportunity. The rocket's upper stage put the Crew Dragon into a preliminary orbit about 9 minutes after launch as it raced through space at almost 16,000 miles per hour. The reusable lower stage booster returned to Earth on its own and safely touched down on a drone recovery ship at sea, much to the surprise of some passing fishermen who probably thought it was the start of an alien invasion. Number 14. Pentagon officially releases UFO videos. 3 short videos of unidentified aerial phenomena that were first made public by a private company have now been made publicly available by the Pentagon. The videos seem to be footage of unidentified flying objects moving quickly while being captured by infrared cameras. Members of the armed forces can be seen reacting in shock at how quickly the objects are moving in 2 of the videos. One guy suggests that it might be a drone, but the others seem to think that it could be something extraterrestrial. According to Pentagon spokesperson Sue Go, they're now being publicly released in order to clear up any misconceptions by the public on whether or not the footage that's been circulating was real, or whether or not there's more to the videos.
Well, the
Navy
Pentagon's
now
not
has
going to fake
official
it.
procedures in place for its pilots to follow.
If anything, they'd hide it.
May have spotted a UFO. To the Stars Academy of Arts and Sciences, a business co-founded by former Blink-182 musician Tom DeLonge, first made the Navy videos available between December of 2017 and March of 2018. The organization claims to research data on unidentified aerial phenomenon. One of the pilots who saw one of the unidentified objects in 2004 told reporters in 2017 that he couldn't explain how it moved so quick. In the past, the Pentagon examined recordings of aerial encounters with unidentified flying objects as part of a now-defunct classified program that was started at the request of former Nevada Senator Harry Reid. The Pentagon reports that the program began in 2007 and ended in 2012 because it was determined that there were no more urgent needs for funding, but others suggest that it might be going on still, but just now in secret. Number 13.
I believe that one.
Cape Coral man claims to have spotted a UFO. Next up, we have this clip of a mysterious aircraft seen flying over Cape Coral. At one point, according to the man who recorded it, it was hovering directly over his car. Jose Carodegua claimed to have seen the first of the 2 UFOs while driving home from work. He captured images of another aircraft that was on Santa Barbara Boulevard 5 minutes away. It was a black diamond with side lights and a single red light pointing toward the center of the craft, but not all the way to the back, according to Carodegua. Carodegua claimed that as it passed overhead silently, he was in awe. Kevin Russo, an Air Force pilot with 24 years of experience, noticed the aircraft's silence. As far as I'm aware, our planet doesn't currently have any silent running airplanes or helicopters, said Russo. A question mark was also raised about what was actually flying over the Cape due to the craft's quick maneuvering. Russo remarked, "It almost looks like 2 aerial vehicles."
There's so many different types that people are seeing.
However,
too.
the red lights
They're not all
described by
like the saucer.
are what connects the craft to Earth.
They're all
According to
different
Russo,
shapes and
the
sizes.
lights all match what we use in aviation. So, could this be the next-gen fighter on a secret test? Number 12. Records show thousands of UFO sightings in Manitoba. Manitoba has had more UFO sightings than is reasonable. They've truly been hogging UFOs in recent years. An investigation conducted recently found that throughout the last 200 years,
maybe these aliens
Manitoba
are fascinated
had close
with
to
Canada.
2,000 UFO sightings. The report, which was compiled from US and Canadian government records, claims that strange objects have been seen in the skies over North America for many years. The earliest verified sighting of a Manitoba UFO occurred in 1792, when 2 explorers saw an odd object falling from the sky. A strange object cascading from the sky struck the river ice with a sound like a mass of jelly. was dashed into countless brilliant pieces and instantly expired, was exactly how they described it. According to a 1967 account, Stefan Michalak saw two disc-shaped objects land on a flat rock close to Falcon Lake. He got near enough to hear what he thought were human voices when he was struck by an explosion of hot gas which set fire to all of his
It's like
clothes.
he got burned.
One of the most recent sightings occurred in 2012 when two witnesses saw another disc-shaped object near Winnipeg with red lights all around it. The spacecraft suddenly swooped down and accelerated away as they stood there watching, turning and firing off away into the horizon. In 1989, a family took note of a white object floating in the sky above Winnipeg when they were at the Fort White Nature Center. Later, they recalled seeing the UFO softly circling in the air and seeing a particular protrusion in its underside.
It almost looked
Will
like
the
it could
first
be
point of
three
alien
different ones, the
contact
way
be
that
in
those
Canada?
lights are
Do
moving.
extraterrestrials like nice people in hockey? Comment below and let us know. Number 11. 3 UFOs spotted in Canada every day in 2017.
Wow.
Two campers in Quebec claim to have seen a glowing pyramid-shaped object hover above their trailer on September of 2017 before it suddenly came to a stop. The group claims that the strange object hovered over the camp and gave off a bright red light. The light flickered and vanished from view a moment later. There were a lot of UFO sightings in Canada in 2017, and not just in Manitoba anymore. Is it something in the water you crazy Canucks are drinking?
Yeah,
this
they're
worked out to be
watching.
about 3 UFO sightings per day for the whole year. It was the 5th highest number of sightings since the official records began in 1989. Damn. Every year, a team compiles and examines UFO sightings across the nation. The team then evaluates the reports for credibility and strangeness, taking into account any supporting documentation such as photos. A solar flare, drone, or shooting star could be proposed to explain about a third of the cases. Another third of the cases lacked sufficient details to permit thorough analysis. However, 10 cases met the UFO researchers' criteria for high-quality unknowns because they demonstrated
wonder
a
what
high
the
level of both
fascination
reliability
with Canada
and
is.
strangeness. One of the less credible reports claimed a 3-foot-tall alien was seen poking around some bushes in Rothesay, New Brunswick in June of 2017. Someone in Toronto reported seeing flashing lights in the sky when suddenly a group of aliens appeared next to their car. I'm pretty sure I saw a few strange figures poking around some bushes when I was in Toronto.
think I'd have to
especially
change
just
my
after
shorts.
the bars closed up on
For
Friday
sure.
night. Number 10. Group of green lights spotted hovering near Brushy Creek. A weird configuration of green lights was seen
Okay, that's
floating
really
and
weird.
moving over Brushy
Whoa.
Creek, and it made some people question whether they'd seen something supernatural.
They're all
When
separate.
Emily White and a companion went for a stroll at about 10 p.m. that evening, they both claimed to have stopped when they saw a cluster of lights creating a circle above them. Emily took out her phone to take a picture of the constellation that they had just seen in the night sky. They paused for a while as they found
They have
themselves
to wanna
totally
be seen.
enthralled by it. Emily described it
They're
as
not hiding.
resembling a beam of yellow-green lights. That's something I've never seen before, she said. After this encounter in Texas, Emily traveled to England, where she claims that locals often make fun of Americans who talk about extraterrestrial encounters or strange occurrences in the skies. She's got her own tale to share with everyone there, and I'm sure they'll be just as jealous that they haven't seen any UFOs over England recently. Number 9. UFO spotted over Junagadh and Jamnagar. Residents of Gujarat's Saurashtra region in Junagadh Upleta and adjacent areas have been delighted and bewildered by
It's a place
mysterious
I've never
lights
heard
that have
of.
been flashing in the night sky since early 2021. Social media is awash with videos of these occurrences. People in the Rajkot district's Upleta town saw flaming objects that seemed to be falling from the sky but burst into flames before they reached the ground. GM Mahavadia reported hearing a boom as well as what sounded like an explosion after an aeroplane flying. Mahavadia was not there while the objects burned, but he heard about them from others who did witness it. We have not heard reports of anything odd falling to the ground anywhere. Mahavadia claims that residents in the neighboring Junagadh district towns of Manavadar and Kashad also heard the boom. Fighter aircraft of the Indian Air Force often fly routine missions out of the Jamnagar airport in Gujarat. Defense officials said that while an aircraft could have been responsible for the sonic boom reported that night, they're unable to explain the light seen
Yeah,
on camera.
I don't know. That's not an aircraft.
Number 8. Mysterious triangle UFO spotted in Islamabad skies. A UFO seeker has video of an enigmatic object flying over Pakistan. Arslan Wariach claims to have seen the enigmatic object flying over Islamabad while he was bringing his drone down. The 13 minutes of video the extraterrestrial enthusiast was able to record has gone totally viral online. The bulging triangle UFO was observed by Mr. Wariach for 2 hours as it flew over the affluent DHA-1 neighborhood of the city. The 33-year-old businessman, a former resident of Birmingham, UK, captured multiple shots of the UFO. When Mr. Wariach described the enigmatic object, he said, "To the naked eye, it seemed like a black round rock.
Yeah.
But as I zoomed in, I could see it was roughly the shape of a triangle with a clear bulge on top towards the back." The video has received thousands of views on YouTube, where it's also sparked a
Too
lively
bad.
debate about extraterrestrial
It'd be
life
cool
and
if we had
UFOs.
X-ray vision
The
and we could
UFO,
actually see
according
inside
to
of it.
Mr. Wariach, was neither a drone nor a bird, adding, "I don't know what it was, but I do know what it wasn't. It wasn't a bird." While I was filming this, I actually managed to get birds
Probably
in the
see
shot as I fly drones
reptilian
for fun.
in there or
I'm also
something and
certain that
scare
it
the hell
wasn't
out
a
of us.
commercial drone. Number 7. Strange lights spotted floating over Oahu. Have you seen these enigmatic, brilliant
Looks
dots
like the
hovering
same
over
ones from
Oahu?
earlier.
There are several hypotheses as to what they are, and if you live there, then many of your neighbors have probably seen them. So what are they? UFOs? Satellite spies? Drones? Well, according to the FAA, these are weather balloons. They're run by the
Okay.
aerospace and military firm Raven Aerostar, according to the agency. Raven Aerostar acknowledged that it's running 2 unmanned stratospheric balloons above Hawaii. Weather balloons perform a range of tasks, from monitoring active wildfires to providing cell network coverage after a natural catastrophe. The company claimed that neither of the balloons above Hawaii have any cameras or sensors that can track activities on the ground.
Oh,
These
okay.
flights are part of their ongoing research and development.
I was going to
effort
say
gauge
maybe
the
they
flying
can like tell if a
system's
tsunami's coming.
According
but
to authorities, similar weather balloons typically hover
They
at
can't
roughly
track anything on the ground.
65,000 feet to avoid interfering with commercial airplanes, which are often in the 30,000 foot range. Number 6. Mysterious glowing orbs floating over New York City, which some are calling UFOs. When you hear about UFO sightings, they frequently seem to occur in small towns.
Yeah, you don't hear
and
of it
less
in New York
populated
City.
areas. However, that's not always the case. And one peculiar encounter occurred in New York, the largest city in the United States. Hamid Vitalis captured it on camera as he crossed the Brooklyn Bridge from Manhattan to his place of employment. When he turned to gaze up to the sky, he saw 3 lights that seemed to be floating there in the shape of a pyramid. 2 of the lights fade instantly when a nearby jet flies by, and the 3rd light dims before likewise disappearing. As they go, Hamid can be heard asking in shock, "What happened to the lights? Where did they go? Hey!" In 2020, the number of UFO encounters in New York City doubled. According to some scientists, extraterrestrials are drawn to light as moths are, and New York City has a lot of it. What the hell scientists are saying
Vegas,
that?
too.
Regarding what Hamid captured on film, one astronomer speculates that the lights are simply sky lanterns due to their orange tint. But an aviation expert disagrees, speculating that the lights are too bright to be either a sky lantern or a drone. He believes they're airplanes approaching one of the city's airports to land, and that instead of disappearing into thin air, they simply turn and direct their lights away from the camera. On the other side, a lot of folks think that the lights are paranormal in nature. One New Yorker who claims to have seen the lights say that they were unmistakably not any known form of aircraft. Number 5. UFO sighting. Strange object darts across BC night sky. Here we meet some folks who recorded a UFO after seeing it sail over the night sky in Esquimalt, British Columbia. As Brian Cooper and his wife Melissa were unwinding in bed and enjoying a movie, 2 mysterious objects began to dart across the night sky outside of their window. Cooper claims that his wife and he jumped out onto their 2nd-story balcony where they used a cell phone to record what they believe to be either a secret military craft or perhaps even evidence of alien life. According to Cooper, the UFO started to emerge at about 8:30 p.m. One quickly disappeared, while the other continued to circle the region, passing over the
I
Navy
think a lot of them
installation in
could be
Escalante.
military.
He described it as being the size of a Volkswagen and flying far quicker than a drone. The lights on the spherical vehicle, according to him, spun in all different directions. Verilyn Weaver, who lives upstairs, also claims to have seen the UFOs as well, but is likewise unable to identify them. The Navy facility verified there was no military planes of any type near the installation that night, but they refused to look at the mobile phone
Then it was a
video.
UFO.
Number 4. Bright blue UFO seen crashing into ocean near Hawaii. Prompts calls to 911.
Another one.
In this case, the
Probably
Federal
not
Aviation
crashing, probably
Administration
just
got
going in there and
involved
making
after
a new
enough
home.
people reported seeing an unexplained flying object in Hawaii. Police reported receiving several 911 calls regarding the UFO, and FAA officials confirmed that they also reported it to them. All of the callers reported seeing a large blue object descend from the sky and into the water. The UFO was captured in several videos soaring in the night sky, close to Haleakala Avenue in Nanakuli. One local woman, Mistina Sape, said, "I began calling my husband then because they were all in the garage. I looked up and I said, 'Hey, come have a peek here. See if you can spot what I can.'" Sape had never believed in UFOs, but she was so amazed by the brilliant blue object that she got in the vehicle and drove after it. 3 miles later, the blue light, which she described as being bigger than a telephone pole, appeared to plummet into the water, putting a stop to her search. Without making a sound, it smashed through the surface. Number 3.
Probably right
Shape-shifting
into the
UFO.
hollow earth.
UFO investigators are looking into a video of a puzzling object that was spotted in Texas. According to the eyewitnesses who captured the video, it appeared to change shape over the course of about 4 minutes. Mutual UFO Network claimed to be investigating a possible cause, but we have no further information right now. The witness stated, "I noticed the reflection of the light in the sky. It remained still, but seemed to change shape." A while later, the object
looks like
seemed
some
to be
kind of a
moving.
weird
Most
weather
reports that UFO
anomaly.
sightings can be accounted for by natural or man-made phenomenon. But this one had Houston locals scratching their heads. What could the strange object have been? Maybe. One day we'll find out. But do we really want to know?
Yeah, I want to know.
Number 2. Photo captures UFO over Santee barn. Reports state that a woman in Santee, California saw a UFO over a historic barn. Ellen
The
Henry,
disc
a member
shape.
of the San Diego County-based Santee Historical Society, captured what appeared to be an object in the sky above Santee on camera. At the time of the sighting, Henry was photographing the Edgemore Barn, a historic barn structure. She stated, "To update the SHS barn logo, I was on the Edgemore property in the middle of the day to take pictures of the barn. I was constantly scanning the sky and the surrounding area to get the shot just right, but I never once saw anything in the sky or heard the sound of an airplane." She didn't actually see the object with her naked eye, but it wasn't until she looked at the photo that she realized something odd had been captured in the sky by her camera.
Yeah, that's
I
not a
noticed a
plane.
speck on my LCD screen after I took the shot to check for clarity, and only realized it wasn't a speck when I downloaded it onto my computer, Henry claimed. In a further twist, Henry has claimed that her camera mysteriously stopped working after she took the picture. Number 1.
They zapped
Chinese
it.
puzzled by 3 UFOs spotted
like
moving across the
Three
country.
sunny side up
After
eggs.
so many unexplained lights were seen flashing in the sky above Chongqing, some local Chinese people claim to have witnessed UFOs. The weird light dots seemed to move in a line as one vanished and a new one arrived in its place. Videos of the unsettling events are now circulating on
kinda like
Chinese social
circling
media
past
sites.
each
As
other.
reports of extraterrestrial activity spread among Chinese internet users, a renowned UFO specialist said that the tape may really show a rocket zooming into the atmosphere. The series of puzzling films were published on the social networking site Weibo, which is similar to Twitter. They displayed a line of many orange-red lights moving sequentially. Users on Weibo exclaimed that the aliens finally made their visit to China, and they used to go to America only. Web users have also reported seeing the same enigmatic pattern over other Chinese cities, including Shanghai in the east and Xinjiang Autonomous Region in the northwest. Are the
They
aliens
could be
favoring
going
China
around
now?
each
I
other,
guess
or
stay
they
tuned
could
for
just
more
be shutting their
UFO
lights
news.
off and then back
So,
on.
after all of those stories, do you believe in UFOs?
Yes.
Why are they always so elusive and they never come back down and say hi to us? Let us
Well,
know
they're
in the
not
comments
hiding
down
too
below.
much.
Also, check out our other cool stuff.
Well, that was kind of cool, I thought. I like that kind of stuff. The ones crashing into the ocean, I don't think they're crashing. I think they're going in there intentionally. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Now, how about a joke? It's time for a joke to brighten your day. What did the DJ name his son? Eric. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hashtag Mean Gene, all that fun stuff. And if you like this video, tell all your friends, leave a comment down below. And if you didn't like it, then just shut up. And I will see you next time.